Alright, I'm going to make a short video about completing an Encompass file, just some of the basics. Alright, so open Encompass. There's a different way to start it. You can just click this. First thing, you want to make sure you're only in one folder. So if you go up here, you don't want to have like a bunch of folders selected. Easy way to deselect all folders is to click all folders and then click it again. That deselects everything. Then you just want to start the Encompass file either in Prospects or My Pipeline or probably one of those. And then you just have to remember, if you started in Prospects, to move it to My Pipeline when it goes to processing, because anything sent to processing should be in My Pipeline. So I'll just start it in Prospects. And then you can click this button right here, New Loan, or you can click like up here in your pipeline, New Loan. So I usually just click this button right here. This is going to come up, and it should be 2015 TRID. And then if you're going correspondent, you'll use that. If you're going broker, you can use either conventional template or FHA/VA template. So I'll just do the correspondent, and then I just double click it. Alright, so we got a blank Encompass file. Now basically just start from the top, borrower summary. If it's going broker, you select broker. If it's going correspondent, you do correspondent. So I'll select correspondent since it's correspondent. Vesting type, most of them is going to be individual. You can select that. And then you're going to do first middle name. If they have a middle name, last name, John, I don't know, Dylan Smith. Put the social suffix or whatever, and then do the social security number, do the date of birth, do the phone number, a lot of times now people don't have like a home, so you just can use the same one for the cell, unless they do happen to have a phone. Work phone, wherever they work, that phone number. If they're married, unmarried, separated. I'll just, for this, to keep this video short, I'll just do one borrower. So just write unmarried. And then everyone needs an email pretty much. Alright, so then we have their personal email. If they have a work email, you can put the work email there. Alright, then we have the lender info. That should auto-populate here. If it's correspondent, then it's going to be us. Alright, so this is the borrower's current address. Let's say they own they're renting a house and they're buying their first house or something. In that case, this is going to be a place that, let's say they rented a place for 5 years. So they've been here 5 years, put 5, 0 months, they've rented it, so we don't need any, that should be it. We don't really need a previous address since they've been there 5 years. So yeah, if they own it, you just check own. So whatever it is. Then we have the credit report info. Let's make sure this video is still going. Credit report info, this should like auto-populate a lot of times. You order either credit reports directly from here, or you import them through here. So if you import it, you're just gonna, if you run it through a browser like Google Chrome, you just do import from website and put the file name number in here and then finish. And if you want the borrower to pay for it, you can put the credit card info in here. But let's say you're running from the first time, just do new report. I believe, oh yeah, just all these three things are going to be checked. You want all the credit bureaus, and then finish. And everyone's done that pretty much. So then it should auto-populate in here. Then you should have, you know, whatever their credit score is, whatever it is, 40, blah, 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 I don't know. And then like the mid-FICO, in this case 675, you put that there. Alright, and then here you have the subject property. So let's see, I put up, let's just say this is a refinance. Then if it's going to be the same, if it's on their, the refinance is on their primary home, just hit copy from present, and I'll copy it into there. For a condo, you know, do a condo. For single family homes, it's usually going to be detached, for like a detached garage, so just choose that. Then you can put like how much you think it's going to be worth. And that goes there. I'm not going to go into like the itemization really in this video because it's a little more advanced, and I'm not going to do that in this video. So that can be like a different video, but basically you would select like a you can select your loan program, no cash out refi, be primary, conventional, first, fixed rate, put the note rate, well that's high for now, I'll do 3%, number of days per year is 365, no prepayment penalty, blah blah blah. This is kind of extra, but, or not extra, but alright, so then that'll go in there, and that'll put everything you need here. And so yeah, the loan program, the closing costs I'm not really going to do, but you see if your lender's in here, you can select whatever it is. Say it's UWM, just select it, and then yeah, the itemization is for like another video. Most of the loans we have are like full docs, so just select that, unless it's like, you know, streamlined, select that, whatever it is that you have. Alright, so then do a no cash out refi, select something for the purpose, select something for, if it's a primary investment, it's an investment, put the occupancy rate, like 75 or 100 or whatever it is, but that's not what we're doing. So select the loan type, FHA, VA, if there's subordinate financing, not going to get into that, and then select the loan amount. Oh, sorry, sometimes I might have to pause. Alright, so this is a refi, so purchase and down payment, this is blank. So if it's a purchase, you know, whatever it is, you can input there and then it should auto-populate that stuff. But this example is just a refi, so we'll just put the loan amount. Oh, and then you want to make sure to put, yeah, the estimated value. Oh, so that doesn't make sense because the loan amount is more. But just assume that or something. Alright, so anyways, I don't know what I'm doing with that stuff, but basically everything like that should be filled out pretty much. Estimated appraised value, put the loan amount, but the note rate and the qualified rate are pretty much the same. The term is, this is a 30-year, so if it's a 15-year, you can do like 180, or whatever it's gonna be. Just fill that out. Alright, and then I'm not gonna do all this stuff right now, rate locks and stuff. Alright, so I guess you can put the base income on this page, but usually I go to page 1 to do that. Let me double check, or page 2. Let's see if that goes there. So I guess it goes there too. Alright, anyways, we'll just go to 1003 page 1 now. Anyways, that's okay. So the next thing is this stuff will come in from the first page generally, but you can just go through. I usually go through every page just to make sure it's complete. Subject property, it's going to auto-populate into there. It should be see preliminary title report. If it's more than one unit, like if it's a 4-unit, put 4 units. Put the year built from like the property profile. Put that in there. Put the year acquired, like when it was bought. Let's say 2006. The original cost. I don't know, whatever it is. Purpose of the refi. If it's a cash out or not, or whatever it is. Refinance with the original creditor. Just say no. Fee simple. Decide an escrow. That's all fine. If there's anything you need to change, obviously change it. This is just an example where I go through everything slowly to see, all the little boxes you can fill in. And hopefully fill in. Basically, we'd like you to fill in as much as possible. So we have a more complete understanding of the file when we get it, and then there's less guesswork involved. So school, put the years they went to school, I guess, just like high school is 12 or college is 16 or something, or whatever, if it's more than that. For the dependents, you can see on the tax returns, let's say he has like 2 kids and they're 10 and 12 or something. So you put that there. If the mailing address, if it's a refi, I'll just save it. If it's a refi, the mailing address is the same as the present, then you can just hit this. If it's not, then you can fill it in with it, whatever it is. And since they've been there at least 5 years, since they've been there more than 2 years, I'm not going to put the previous address. Verification of employment, this is important. Alright, so self-employed, check the box. If it's not self-employed, let's say they work for City of LA. Whatever, either the main address or the branch office of where they work, you put that in there. I don't know what the zip code is. Put the position, maintenance, I don't know, just making it up, but that should be filled out. And you should put how many years they've had this specific job. Let's say they've been there 3 years, 0 months, and they've been in the line of work for 10 years. So just input that, and then you can open this, and business phone is basically right. Like, if it's just one job, then the business phone, business name is going to be down here. That's fine. So it's good to have like the hire date if you can figure it out. So they've been there 3 years. Just put 3 or 1/1/2018. Oh God. 1920, or I guess that's like 2 years. So, and then terminated will be blank since they still work there. Self-employed, you can check if they self-employed, but they're not. And then if they are self-employed, you want to put how much of the business they own. Like you can see on their K1, if they own like 50%, then you put 50, or whatever they own. If they own 25%, if they own 100%. Alright, so that's that. And then let's say they would have 2 jobs. You check this, borrower, current. So they have 2 jobs at the same time. Let's say they're, I don't know, dog walker or something as a part-time. Then you want to put wag dogs or something in the business phone number in here. And then their position here. So I guess actually the name of the business would be here. And then either the main corporate office, seems like a San Francisco type of thing, or like the close by office. And then for these, it's good to have phone numbers in everything. And the best phone number is like usually one that's verifiable. What that means is like it connects to the business somehow. So if I search it like on Google or somewhere, like it shows up in connection with this business, like maybe on like a white pages or on a company website or something like that. That's the best phone number to use in here. And also a phone number that is basically HR, or we can use to verify that the employment is still active, or anything we need to verify about it. I should turn off these ones. Alright, so I mean, if you want to put an email in, you can, but you know, basically just as complete as possible. So let's see, we did the first job, we'll do the second job. Let's say they were hired in, they've been doing it for like 20 years, or nah, let's say they've been doing it for 5 years, and they've been walking dogs for 10 years. Oops. So this one would be 5, this one would be 10, and it's not self-employed or anything, so we don't need to check that. And then we're only going to have the income, and then you'd want to put any income in here. So let's just say they make gross monthly income $500 from this or something. You put it in there. And then, oh shoot, that didn't even go in here. Okay, so I guess second job. So I guess, wait, what the? Alright, I don't know what's up with that stupid thing. Maybe this is just for your own notes. Okay, so basically, the most important part is name, the address, the phone number, the title, the position, or if it's not down here, you want to have, yeah, all this stuff actually should be up here too. So then you want to have all the dates, if it's current, if it's prior, put prior. If they had it less than 2 years, you'll put when they terminated. So you put the years in the job, the years in the line of work. Yeah, so all that should be filled out. Let's say they've only been working for the city of LA for a year. So they're hired in, let's say, what would be 9 9. Alright, 9/20/20. They've only been there a year. Then you would want to have all the prior employment. So let's say they work at City of LA now, but they used to work at Wag Dogs. Then you put they hired 2015, and then they quit when they went here. So they quit whenever they quit. Let's just say they quit then, and they worked here for I guess 5 years. Still like about the same, but anyways, so yeah, and then you would change this to prior. Change this to prior. Okay, now I'm just distracted. Okay, basically, you want the employment to be as complete as possible. Oh shoot, this is the wrong thing. What was this fool's name? Smith? Alright, you want this thing to be as complete as possible. Whether it's, you know, basically the most important thing, you want the employer, address, phone, position, the hire date, start date, all that, whether it's current, prior, at least 2 years of employment history, and just, put the hire dates and all that. Okay, and just delete this. I don't know what this junk is. Alright, and then, do the same thing, obviously, for another borrower, however many borrowers you have. Alright, moving on. Page 2. So this is the gross monthly income, as you can see here. Let's just say it's, I don't know, $4,000 or something. You can also auto-calculate it. Oh, maybe this is how they get the 500 if you press this or something. Anyways, whatever. So you get you can auto-calculate it. Let's say it's semi-monthly income is 40 hours, or no, that would be hourly. Semi-monthly, you get paid 2,500, then it will change it to semi-monthly is 2,500, will be 5,000 a month. So you can auto-calculate it like that, or you can just not use this thing and just manually calculate it, yourself. So you always want to separate the base, any overtime that you think is likely that they've had and will continue, any bonuses, commissions, whatever. If they have rental income, you can either manually put it or it'll come in from the verification of the mortgage page. So you want to complete all this. You want to complete this, what they're paying in rent, or if they have a mortgage, what it currently is now, what their insurance is, what their real estate tax is. I don't know, just making it up. If they have mortgage insurance, what it is. If they have a HOA, what it is, and anything else what that is, and what is proposed, what it's going to be, whether they're refinancing or purchasing. You want to complete all that. If there's any other income like pension income, accessory unit income, alimony, social security, disability income. B means for the borrower, C is for the co-borrower. Then you can put it in there, whatever it is. Complete that, and then did that just change it there? Yeah, so that auto-populated into here. Alright, so then you always want to complete the checking and deposit page, who it's for, borrower, if it's for Chase, put the address, and then account, what kind of account, checking, the name of that person, last 4 digits, and the balance is $80,000, whatever it is. And then let's say they have another account for the co-borrower. There's a co-borrower, IRA, Fidelity, or whatever. I don't know. And put the address. Account type is retirement, and the name of. Oh well, I don't have a co-borrower in this file, so nothing came up. But if I did, it would. Put the borrower, that way it comes up. Last 4 digits of the account, and the balance, whatever it is. Alright, so you want to make sure you have documented all of their savings and retirement, any of their assets into this page. And then that'll calculate the total there. If you want to put anything else in here, you can, if you think it's relevant. Liability should come in from like the credit report automatically, but since I didn't run a credit report, there's nothing there, but normally it would auto-populate here. If it's the mortgage you're paying off, check it's to be paid off, all that. So you want to complete, import all the liabilities. Usually, if you run the credit report and it's here, just click import liabilities, and then there'll be an option to import them all, so you don't have to do it manually. Alright, let's try and finish this up here. If they already own a property, if they're renting a property, don't own any property, this will be blank. But if they own a property, then you want to put every property they own in here. So let's say they own a property, then this should have a mortgage in here. Whatever. There should be a payment, everything should be in here. And then when you add it, you can click to attach this. It looks ridiculous. Hold on. Balance. I don't know. Alright, so if you're adding a property they already own, you click this, you can attach, if there's only one mortgage that they have, and it's for the one property they own, then you can just click here and press OK. It'll attach that lien. Let's say you haven't imported the credit report yet. In that case, this is all going to be blank. That won't show. You just don't need to select anything. You can just press OK. Put the property address. If the subject property if the subject property in Encompass 123 Any Street is the one you're refinancing, you can just press this and it will copy it in there. Let's say, and then you select primary, it's used as their primary residence. And then if whenever you want, you can go to attach liens and then select from all the liabilities the lien that's against it, and I'll select caliber, say that's the lien against it. Property status, oh, this is some junk, I always forget. This is like sale, pending sale, rental, and I don't know. Let's say single family. If it's still refined, there's nothing here. You want to put the date they acquired it. If this is a rental property, you'll input all this stuff. The rental income here, taxes, all that. So I don't want to make this tutorial super long, but basically, you want to input the property address. You want to attach the lien that it is attached to, if there is one. You want to select if it's investment, second home, whatever it is. You can put the market value, the estimated value that came from another page was already there. I forget which thing that is. Select what the single family is. Select when it was acquired. And then if it's an investment, you can input all this and select that it's investment and input the rental income and all that. Alright, whatever. If it's a purchase, you would put, this should have been on a different page, you would have input it all there. And then yeah, all the prepaid and all this stuff is for a different time. And same with all this like closing cost stuff. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do all the declarations. It's important. So this auto populates in here for all these. So just make sure these are accurate, and then make sure and then answer these questions. If you're renting, you've never owned a home, then put it there. What type of property did you own? This is primary residence, secondary home, or investment property. So didn't own anything, so just put no. And my keyboard stopped working. Oh no, it's not the keyboard. It's because I put no, then it's not letting me type anything yet. Alright, so if I put yes, then I can put the answers: primary residence, how to hold title, singular, shoot, I forgot those. Alright, I always forget what these stupid things mean, so if you ever want to remember, you can always go to the 1003, and then it will like type them out. So principal residence, blah 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 blah, we already did that one. And this one is solely by yourself, jointly with your spouse, or jointly with another person. So just say solely by myself, whatever. And then make sure you fill it all out for the next one. And then you want to complete this, the demographic. You always want to do telephone interview, and then you complete, whatever. Literally, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Hispanic, then you have to choose like white or something. If they're Hispanic, I don't know, because it doesn't make sense for any of these other ones. So I don't know. You got to fill out this thing. Telephone interview. Fill out the ethnicity. Fill out the race. Fill out the sex. Change this to telephone. And then this should have your name and NMLS number and all that. And then do it for the co-borrower too. Alright, and then the last thing to get into, let's make sure I covered everything. This ridiculous video. Hold on. Alright, we more or less covered some of the basics. Alright, so I guess the last thing, if you know about any more of this stuff, you can always do it. Like, well, actually, some of the fees might get wiped out, but you can always put your fees on your submission form, or put them in there. Basically, the more you fill out and complete the file, the better. So any little box that you think you can fill out that's relevant, that's helpful if you fill it out. Okay, speaking of which, so the next thing is just, if you can, the file contacts. If you go into tools, file contacts right here, it's helpful if you fill out the escrow company, title insurance company, And if it's a purchase, then the buyer agent and listing agent, which is the seller's agent. And basically the way to do that, we'll just start with the like you just get a I blacked out some of this stuff, but if you get like an escrow fee sheet or escrow instructions, um, you should have a lot of the info here. And like you can see if you press, let's say this is doing the escrow first. So if it's an escrow company we work with a lot, you can click this button and see if you can find them in here. Like all good escrow we use a lot, so you can click it and just a lot of it will be already in here to import. If it's not, then depending on how they scanned it, you can either highlight and copy paste it in, or like this one, they like scanned it, so I can't really copy paste it, but just put it in. Escrow services, blah blah blah. I don't need to do the whole thing right now, but it's good to put the company name, the address, city, state, the escrow number. So for this, the escrow number is going to be 48041. So I'll put 48041. The company license is on the escrow instructions. You can see here, 9632458, 9632458, or I think 2458. Or whatever. So yeah, escrow license number. You want to put the California, blah blah blah. Complete all this. Then you want to put the officer name, in this case, Debbie Allen. Sometimes they have their email in here, sometimes they don't, but we always need an email. See if it's on the fee sheet. I actually don't think she gave it to us, but the loan officer provided it with us. Whatever it was, I forget. Oops. And you want to put the phone number, should at least be on here. So in that case, 909-843. Oops, I'm not typing it. So yeah, complete all that. The escrow, and then oh jeez. Alright, whatever, I don't want it. But basically, yeah, you get the idea. Title insurance, you can get all the info from the prelim. So, prelims you can usually copy paste. This one, we do use the address a lot. Let's search it. 200 West Glendale, Glendale 91202. So it's the right address and company name, but different person. So I'll just select that, and then I'll just take out this person. And I'll just put right here. You put the email in, you put the phone number, the title order number, you want to put in down here. Put title officer, and then that's it for the title company. Just make sure name of the place, title case, persons, the title officer, their phone and email. And then the last things, if it's a purchase. Alright, so for a purchase, we got the buyer's agent and the listing agent. So that should be on the purchase agreement, all their info. You want to put in the buyer's agent, the buyer in this case, you can see right here, Coldwell Banker Top Team, Here's the license, here's the agent, there's their license, there's the office address, there's their phone number, and there's their email. And then the same thing for the listing agent. So you want to input all that basically into these two places in the file contacts. Coldwell Banker, one, blah blah blah, Central. I don't know. I'm not gonna do the whole thing because that's not really the point of the video. Put the company state license here, which is right here. Put the agent's name, Sylvia, phone number, their email, which is right here. Put their email there, and put the agent's their license number, which is right here and here. And then the same thing for this one, which would be Trinity, and then the address, and then the company state license number, which is right here. Agent's name is Francis, blah blah blah. Their phone number, their email, and their license number goes right here. Alright, so I don't know, that was a little tutorial on some of the basics of how to complete it. Just to go through it fast one more time, you got the name. Actually, I don't need to go through this one more time. Seeking a mortgage service should be checked. You know, all the info. If this was like they've only been here 1 year, then you'd want to put their previous address here. 541 Moon Street, and they've been here 3 years, 0 months. All the city state info completed. But yeah, all the credit report info, all of this, all this stuff, the rate, loan amount. If it's a purchase and there's a down payment, that would go in there. Page 1. Make sure you got this should auto-populate. Subject property should be here. All this stuff, year acquired and original cost, put in there. Sort for the down payment. Put the school, the dependents, and how old they are, if you can figure it out. And the previous address and all that. Verification of employment is just really important. You always want to have the current, the prior, if it's less than 2 years, for both the borrower and the co-borrower, address, phone, position, hire dates, how long they've been in the job, percent of business owned for co-borrower and borrower. You want to put all the income information, whether it's separate the base, overtime, all that, rental income, any other income like Social Security or whatever they get. Put all the mortgage insurance, taxes, mortgage insurance, HOA if they have a HOA, and then all that for the proposed. And then all of their assets you want to put in here with the who's on the account, with what type of account, last for the account number, the balance, for every kind, for every different account. If it's a Chase account, they're both for the borrower. Maybe they have a checking and a savings. You can separate them and put them both in here. But if it's like a different bank, you want to make a new one. Or if it's for both, they're both on the account, you put both. Yeah. And if you think anything else is relevant, like a car or whatever, you can put it. And you do all the credit report stuff, check the one that's being paid off. So yeah, this will have more. I mean, everyone knows pretty much this is going to have more stuff. Like a few credit cards or whatever. Bro, what are you doing? Oh. Just reaching into my desk. And I'm still recording this freaking tutorial. My god. Alright, we gotta end this freaking thing. Alright, so everyone knows it'll go, blah blah blah. Payment, balance. Yeah, everyone. Okay, moving on. Mortgage, you want to put all the property they own. If they have an investment, just don't select anything if it's nothing. Let's say they have another investment. Put it in here. Value, the status. Alright, so I always forget what these things, like I showed you earlier in the video, in a different spot they have these things and I always forget what it means. So whenever I forget what that means, I just go to the actual 1003, like a 1003 I have printed, because that's what this is, and I just look there. So on this 1003, it always tells you enter S if sold, PS if pending sale, or R if rental being held for income. So in this case, I said it's an investment, so I'll put rental. And that's how I remember. But yeah, put in the purchase price, date acquired, or, well, I guess if you already had purchased it, I don't know if you put that there, but put date acquired, gross rental income goes right here, participation percent, not, and you put that there. So yeah, investment, you fill it out for investment, whether it's subject, whether it's secondary home, and then all the relevant information about it. You attach the lien, and then yeah, alright, I think we're done with that. And then if it's a purchase, this would have probably been auto-populated from a page, a different page. Yeah, this stuff is for a different video. This prepaid, I don't know, I'm sorry, just going through it all fast again. And then yeah, you want to make sure you fill out all these declarations. Most of the time it's what it auto-populated with is correct. Not always, so you want to double check. And then you just have to fill out these. And then you always want to do telephone interview for borrower and co-borrower, and ethnicity, the race, the sex, then telephone again for down here, information provided by, and your name. And that's pretty much it for this video, ridiculous video. If you made it all the way through, congratulations. Try and do maybe a little bit better one in the future, but this is at least, you know, some basics about what should be completed in an Encompass file. Hopefully it's helpful. Alright, thank you. Bye.